To make the ears, you will use the white yarn of 5 millimeters and your hook of 4 millimeters. So we start by making a magic ring and chaining in the magic ring 6 stitches. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It should look like this, and then we just pull our ring, and then we will continue with double single crochet in each of the stitches around. So now what we are gonna do is that we are gonna mark our beginning, so we can continue going around and around in a spiral, but knowing where our beginning is. So I don't have a stitch marker, so I just use a piece of wool, and I just cut it like this and make a small knot, and then I just place it exactly where I finished in this hole. So now that we have these 2 steps, there are chain 6 into a magic ring, the first one, and then double single crochet around. We have 12 stitches. So now what we are gonna continue is with double single crochet in the first stitch from the hook, and then a single crochet in the next one. So here we have a double single crochet, 1 and 2, and then a single crochet in the next stitch from the hook. Okay, so now we continue with double single crochet in the next stitch from the hook and single crochet in the next stitch from the hook. So 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and so on around until we get to the mark. So now that we have around, we have done so far 6 stitches into a magic ring, double single crochet around in the second, and in the third we made double single crochet in the first stitch from the hook and single crochet in the second stitch from the hook and around. So now what we are gonna do is double single crochet in the next stitch from the hook and 2 single crochet. So it means 2 and 1 and 2, 2, 1, 2. So I'm gonna show double in the first one, and then 2 single crochet, 1 and 2, and then we continue around, double in the next one, and then 1 and 2, double single crochet, 1 single crochet, and the next one, and then we continue around. Okay, so now we pull our marker again, and then what we are gonna do is that we are gonna make a double single crochet in the next stitch from the hook, and then we are gonna single crochet 3 stitches. So we are gonna do 2 stitches, sorry, and then 1, 2, and 3. Then in the next one 2, then 1, 2, and 3, and around. So we are gonna do double single crochet in the first one, and then 3 single crochet, so now we have done so far stitch 6 into a magic ring, double single crochet around, double single crochet and 1 single crochet around, double single crochet and 2 single crochet around, and the final is double single crochet and 3 single crochet around. So now we have 30 stitches around, and what we are gonna do is that we are gonna start stitching around. So far we have been stitching around 2 times. I think about 3 times is enough so our bunny ears can actually stand up. We are not gonna make them very long, we are just gonna make them long enough so they can keep standing up without you needing to make some kind of paraphernalia with wires and stuff like that. So pretty easy. So now that we have stitched 3 times around, we are gonna decrease 1 so we can give this nice shape to the bunny like this. So we are gonna make stitch 2 together in the first stitch and then 3 single crochet in the next stitch from the hook. So we have stitch 2 together and then 1, 2 and 3. I learned this new stitch from Sharon Oyala. I think it's pretty cool because I used to make this kind of stitch, check it out, when I was making the decreases, that was passing it behind in the internal loop from the hook, but then when I was decreasing a lot, then it was appearing this very ugly line in the amigurumi. So thanks Sharon Oyala for sharing it in your videos very slowly so I could learn it. So let's continue. Now we have done, in the last one that I just showed was stitch 2 together and 3 single crochet around. So now you should have 24 stitches. Now what we are gonna do is that we are gonna start stitching around. So now we stitch 10 times around. Now we are gonna continue with stitch 2 together and 2 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So it will be like 2 and 1 and 2 and 2, 1 and 2 around. It should have, when we finish with this round, it should have about 18 stitches. So we have 1 stitch 2 together and 1 and 2. Okay, and 2. So now we have the decrease done, you can see it here, and we have 18 stitches around. So now we are gonna continue stitching around. We are gonna stitch around 7 times. Once you have stitched 7 times around, we are gonna just cut the end of the project because we are ready, and now we are gonna continue ensembling the parts. It looks like this. It's constructed circularly, so it's actually like a bowl. But what we are gonna do is that we are gonna use it flat to have this very nice shape here. So now what we are gonna do is that with another kind of wool that is thinner. It can be 3 millimeters. This one is 3.5. We are gonna stitch. We are gonna sew our project to the base, our ears. We are gonna check first that they are exactly where they should be. So it should be more or less here. I'm gonna put some pins so I can guide myself. Where do I want my ears to be? So I want them there. So now that we have sewed 2 ears together, it looks like this, and actually if we put it on, it stays. Woo! So now what we are gonna do is that we are gonna decorate. The decoration is quite up to you, but I'm gonna just show you in the way that I did it. We are gonna cut 2 pieces of felt in a shape more or less like this. You don't have to be perfect. I mean, for example, I will use a pen and I will draw the shape of my ears. I'm gonna take this one just to have a reference here close to me. Then I will just draw a curve like the ear, but smaller, that ends up in a point like this. And then what I'm gonna do, so I don't have to do it 2 times, is that I'm gonna bend this like this, so there is doubled. I'm gonna cut this one here, and then it doesn't have to be perfect. We are gonna put pins so we can actually secure it. Let me put this thing away. So now we have this shape here. What we are gonna do is that we are gonna take 2 pins. One pin, we are gonna secure the double side like this, so we can keep it steady while we cut, so we don't have to make double work. We can put one more here, so it looks in the front like this, in the back like this. We are gonna start by cutting. Now we are gonna sew these things together and we will see the result. So now our felt is sewn in place. I added a crocheted flower on the end, and I added some fabric paint in the ears, in the pink thing. I just have to wait until it dries so it can have some glitter, and so then it's ready. You can just be creative with your ears, put whatever you want, buttons or whatever, and then you just have to use them. Let's try them on and see if they work. So you just accommodate them again, make yourself pretty, and then you are ready. So we are ready with our tutorial, and I hope you liked it. Happy Easter, and I hope to see you soon. If you have any comments, please put them down there and we are going to answer them as soon as possible. Remember to visit our website www.thesununderturtle.com. See you guys! Never tried, never lied, never told you. Since it went away.